I think that a lot of Halloween costumes these days are really stupid.
Well, I think a lot of people these days are really stupid.
Because it's just that they make them, too sexy. It's just that it's all about sex.
Yes, there are sexy costumes. There are also ones that aren't so sexy, like this one, for instance.
It's just that, a lot of, the girls' Halloween costumes are really sexist.
Are you talking about women's costumes, or are you talking about little girls' costumes? Because I'm very confused right now. And I think you are too.
Because it's just that they have, these police officer costumes, and, the boys, they wear pants, and the girls, they just wear, a mini skirt.
Yeah, if we're talking about sexy police officer costumes, then of course they have mini skirts or they have really short shorts, but it's not a mandated thing that they wear those. They can wear pants if they want to. The problem is that you people think that it's a mandate to wear short shorts or a short mini skirt when wearing these costumes, and it's really not. You can wear pants if you really want to.
And they're, posing they want to, hit on guys.
Yeah, because, girls in sexy costumes never want to hit on guys or want to hit on other girls.
It's just that is so sexist.
Are you sure? Are you sure it's sexist to want to be perceived as being sexy? Because I kind of think it's not.
Because it's just that a girl in real life who dresses like that would never be able to be a police officer.
Oh, you are just a treat.
So whether you believe it or not, there are actually police officers that go undercover as sex workers. And yes, they do wear very revealing outfits. But according to your logic, those people aren't cops anymore because of their outfit.
Because when she's trying to catch bad guys, she'd be tripping on her dress.
Are you real?
It's just that's just really sexist.
I don't think you know what sexist is, but I think you really like using the word.
It's just that they just think that, women, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, women always had to wear dresses, even if they didn't like it. And it's just that, that's not the case anymore.
They think that's what happened, or they know that's what happened. In 1972, it was decided that dresses could not be forced onto women or girls. In 1993, it was decided that women could actually wear trousers on the Senate floor as long as they also wore a jacket.
Because it's just that you wouldn't be able to do as much stuff in, a dress.
I think Annie Oakley would beg to differ, as would many women during her time period, and probably before her time period.
I don't have anything against dresses or anything, but it's just that if you're wearing a Halloween costume and you're supposed to be a police officer, then, wearing a dress that doesn't match.
It's a costume. It doesn't have to match the reality. It just has to be fun for people to dress up that way.
A lot of them are just, too sexy. There was one called, Sexy Ernie and Bert.
This is the costume set that she's talking about, and it's sold by a website that states that it sells sexy lingerie. It also states that it's a intimate apparel lingerie store, and a store that sells sexy Halloween costumes.
And it's just these girls dressed up as Ernie and Bert, and they're wearing these tops, these little midriff tops that have their skin showing. It's just really stupid.
No, what's really stupid here is you complaining about sexy costumes being too sexy. You do understand that they're made to be sexy. That's why they're sexy in the name.
And they have these Sailor Girl costumes that are really, really short and skimpy, and it's showing all of their skin. It's just like, it just has to stop, because it's just that Halloween is not about being like a prostitute.
God damn it, are you fucking with me?
Like a prostitute.
Just because a woman wears a sexy costume, it doesn't make her a prostitute. It doesn't make her like a prostitute. It doesn't make her a whore either. Or a slut.
It's about, like, it's about being scary and silly.
Halloween is about being someone else. It's about getting outside your own skin. And I think we tolerate it because we know it's one night.
That clip I just showed is from a History Channel documentary about Halloween. It talks about where the holiday comes from and the meaning behind the rituals and things that we do during Halloween. Highly recommend watching it, but you probably won't.
Because it's just that, like in the movie Mean Girls, they're like going to a Halloween party, and she's like the only one who's dressed up as like something really scary, and like all the other girls, like they're wearing like really skimpy clothing, like with like a bunny like costume and something like that.
So right off the bat, Mean Girls is a comedy. It's making fun of these kinds of high school tropes, and it does them in a very obvious way. I mean, look at this one scene that you're talking about.
In the regular world, Halloween is when children dress up in costumes and beg for candy. In girl world, Halloween is the one night a year when a girl can dress like a total slut and no other girls can say anything about it. The hardcore girls just wear lingerie and some form of animal ears.
Doesn't she look great, honey?
Did you hear that mom in the background say, "Doesn't she look great, honey?" You can see that he is clearly uncomfortable with the situation, but he's not willing to voice the fact that he's uncomfortable with the situation. It's supposed to be cringy funny.
It's just that it's like you're going to a Halloween party, you're not going to a strip club.
Send the same letter to the radio. But my body went dead, like a shot in the head. Don't like it. Oh, rock and roll.
It's just stupid. It's all like sexy this, sexy that, like sexy Minions, sexy Frozen this, sexy this, that. It's just really stupid, because it's just that, like, and at a young age, like young girls, they don't realize that, like, that's being, like, overly sexualized.
See, I would absolutely agree with you if it was little children being dressed up in sexy Halloween costumes as opposed to teenagers and adults dressing up in sexy Halloween costumes.
And they have, like, these really stupid costumes. It's called I Love Nerds.
So when I looked up the I Love Nerds thing, I got 3 things. One was a sexy schoolgirl costume, a sexy schoolgirl costume with nerdy undertones, and a chick wearing a nerd dress.
It's like, why would you love nerds?
'Cause nerds are a delicious fucking candy?
It's like, when you call somebody a nerd, that's supposed to be an insult.
To you, maybe that's an insult, but I, for one, have never been insulted by somebody calling me a nerd. Because I am a nerd.
I don't have anything against nerds, I'm just saying that that's supposed to be an insult when you call somebody that.
Well, that didn't come off as backhanded or anything. Like, I totally don't have anything against nerds, but, like, calling someone a nerd is, like, supposed to be an insult.
It just looks too weird. And it's just that, and they also have a costume, it's called Nerdy and Flirty.
An adult costume that I can only find for sale on eBay.
It's just that that's really sexist, because it's just that nerds, like, nerds aren't supposed to be flirty. Like, they're supposed to be bookworms.
I know this will probably come as a shock to you, but that's stereotyping people, and stereotyping people is bad. Also, nerds do flirt. Everyone flirts. It's a way of showing someone that you have a sexual attraction towards them.
It's just, the Halloween costumes these days, they've gotten really out of hand.
If that's how you feel, then stop searching lingerie sites and adult costume sites for costumes. Fucking go on Amazon and look for a goddamn costume then. Or better yet, make your own costume.
Like, it's just that instead of about being, like, being scary and like and silly costumes. It's just all like sexy, sexy, sexy. All like it's just like all Halloween costumes these days. Like they're all about being like I don't know. Like they make the women look like prostitutes. It's just really stupid.
Wow. Looks are important to you.
It's just that would there just be one Halloween costume that's decent looking and isn't showing a lot of skin?
Wow, that was hard. I searched Halloween costumes, plus size women, and got these results. None of which are revealing, and there's more of these that you could go and look at on Amazon.com, but I guess you haven't figured out that Amazon.com exists.
And besides, if it's in October, then you'd freeze to death if you're wearing a costume that shows, like, a lot of skin.
You do know that there are parties that are thrown indoors during Halloween, right? Most of the people who dress in a sexy costume are going to those indoor parties, or they're going to a bar.
It's just that sometimes I feel like Halloween is just like an excuse to sell like stupid merchandise, like all this like stupid like sexy costume merchandise.
Yeah, I would guess you would feel that way because you know literally nothing about the holiday.
And they let girls a lot of those girls' costumes, they have like those stupid leggings on them. It's like girls don't wear leggings anymore. That's like a 70s thing.
My, that was a judgmental and bitchy thing to say. But then again, a major portion of this video has been you being bitchy and judgmental, so I'm not really surprised.
It's really stupid. I just wish they'd like stop with the sexiness and just pay attention to like the scary part of it.
This impulse to confront our fears of life and of death and make sport of them, it's ancient. And so are our treasured Halloween traditions.
Because it's just like, that's not what Halloween is about.
Halloween is about being someone else. It's about getting outside your own skin.
Boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange? Come with us and you will see. This our town of Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Pumpkins scream in the dead of night. This is Halloween, this is Halloween. Okay, I'm done singing. But anyway, I'm Demon Teddy, thanking you for coming to watch. Have a happy Halloween, and don't get lost in the dark.